If you're gonna bet on anybody, bet on yourself, is what I hope that people can take away from my story. My parents kind of threw me into all sorts of sports when I was little just to try to figure out what I liked. And so actually dancing was one of my favorite. At 13, I decided to go and be like a full-time swimmer. And so I made my first NCSA cut. So I don't know, for the people that know swimming, it's like the first nationals meet you can make. So that was really exciting. And so from then on, I was just really sold on swimming. And I started running my last year of high school to make friends because we moved my senior year.
Kelly was a natural in the sport and went on to claim silver at state that fall. A nice addition to her trophy shelf that also housed 2 state titles in swimming that year.
I was committed to swim and run, surprisingly, at the U.S. Naval Academy. I did all this running and my body wasn't used to running, so I got a stress fracture. And so at the Naval Academy, you have to go through something called plebe summer, which is like this grueling 6 or 7 weeks of just like boot camp. And so you can't go if you're hurt. So they said that I'd have to either defer or go to prep school. And so I was like, you know what, I'll go to Arizona for 1 year because that was the only other place I applied. Yeah, not a traditional way to get recruited, but I reached out to the Arizona swim coaches and asked if there was a place.
So describe that first year and why you didn't end up going to the Naval Academy.
Yeah. Triathlon got added like during that year, I want to say, and so I walked into Wes's office and I was like, "Hi, I'm Kelly. I really want to try this. Like, do you have a place for me on the team?" My swim coach said it's okay. I know I'm probably not going to be like, you know, immediately amazing at this, but I hope that I can just be kind of like a solid foundation, right, for this first year team.
You know, you could tell something was unique about her, and I think it's just the passion she had and the persistence she had. There was something that is hard to pinpoint that she had, and the fact that she was already here as a swimmer, she already was passionate about University of Arizona athletics, and then, you know, just learning how good of a runner natural she was, just made sense to start the process with her, and I'm so glad that we did.
She started training immediately that spring with Coach Johnson and the team.
I would say the learning curve was very, very steep and is very steep still. So they were trying to teach me how to draft and how to like jump on your bike. I remember we did it out in the mall and I fell maybe every other time I tried it. And then the other part of it, I would just like get on and like wobble a bunch. And then I did my first race in the spring. So he brought me to, I think it was Richmond, Virginia. It was so hard, Mackenzie. It was so hard. I remember getting on and I was like, oh my gosh, I've committed to this, so I'm gonna do it.
Kelly and the team hit the ground running that first spring with an impressive finish of 5th at the 2023 National Championship. The next year, the team fought its way back to the championships hungrier than ever, with confidence and a clear vision.
Take us to the moment of crossing the finish line first for Arizona.
It was just like a moment, like an experience, not even a moment, that I will never forget. It has like totally shaped me as a person.
How would you describe or explain the success and the improvement that you experienced during that time?
I learned so much, and I think the reason that I had such a quick take to it is the people around me. I would not be the person I am or have any of these amazing things to say if it weren't for all, I guess like 16 people that have been on our team. This whole journey has been something that's really special, but I think the best part, like by far, is the people that I've gotten to meet.
She's, you know, been surrounded by the experience of everyone else on our team who has been doing this their whole life, and she's been learning from them. She's a true competitor, and she loves to win, but she is good at focusing on the right things.
I really honestly think like my life is like this, just like all of these really serendipitous moments just kind of put together, and yeah, I just couldn't be more grateful for myself to take a risk like that.